Hi, this is Dodger, and you're watching my show.
Three, two, one, ready, go.
For any of you who are going to ask, because it always happens, my shirt says your favorite anime sucks. It is a shirt that is near and dear to my heart and is very aggressive, so I just love it. Speaking of aggressive, let's look at some news. Because news is, typically it's like kind of aggressive in the way it's told in mainstream media. All right. You know what? Today I just want to start with something that's universal. Something that's near and dear to everyone's hearts. And I think we can all agree that that thing is Farming Simulator. I have a confession to make that when I read Farming Simulator 17, definitely thought that meant it was the 17th Farming Simulator in the series. That was incorrect. But really that would have made this story all the more mwah, because they're finally adding in lady farmers. See where I'm going with this? Like if they had made 17 of these and we're finally like, you know what? Maybe we should have some girls out there. I would have been just a little like, wow, it took you a while, huh? Guys, I never wear lipstick, and I always forget that when you do wear lipstick and then you drink a thing, it looks like maybe you murdered somebody, but inside your mouth. How many farming simulators are there, though? Like, for real. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna do the journalistic digging that we all want. Okay, it looks like there are 4. For some reason, they skipped 16? So we've got 13, 14, 15, and then 17 with lady farmers. That game is so confusing to me, but the farming simulator and the train simulator communities are so strong, so ripped, that I'm honestly very surprised that lady farmers are just now happening. But hey, better on the 17th game. If you're like me, you went to bed one day, woke up, went to your computer, and saw that Windows 10 had just downloaded itself without asking you, which, like, for some people wound up being fine. I have had very minimal issues with Windows 10, but overall just kind of this weird war, this tense feeling of getting on your computer and seeing the little icon just staring at you. A lot of laptop users were able to find the exact update file and just delete it so that the update never showed up again. It hasn't worked quite as well for desktop users for whatever reason, but yeah, guess what? That war is almost over. On July 29th, exactly a year since the free Windows update started, they will stop pestering you about it. The free offer will be over. This has caused a lot of people to feel one of two ways. Either, oh man, well, apparently, like, a lot of people say that it's alright. Like, maybe I should just do it so that I don't have to pay for it. And then there's the people who want to continue fighting the good fight and have said, good riddance. The really scary thing though is, actually I even saw this. I walked downstairs today and there was like a countdown timer, like a huge one that said, do you want this? Do you want this update? Because it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Or do you want it? So that's a little foreboding. Obviously you can just say no and move on with your lives, but that is the final push. The final push is this big countdown timer. It's gonna show up like a warning. It's gonna show up like a little warning on your desktop, like, hey, you have a thing to fix. And the thing to fix is not being with the next generation of Windows PC users. Again, I actually really like Windows 10 so far. I haven't had a lot of problems aside from the start button. The start menu, when you click it and nothing happens. What is that? What is that all about? But aside from that, like, no real big problems. It's fast. It transferred all my files over easily. When it happened to Sam, his computer completely blue screened, so I mean, there are definitely some issues sometimes. Really, what I would say, back up everything. You should always back up everything anyway, but back up everything. I don't back up everything because I'm the worst, but you should back up everything so that if something happens, you can be like, thank goodness. Look, just don't be Dooger. Can I get that on a shirt? Don't be Dooger. What would Dooger do? Don't do it. To any of you who have been watching Jesse and I play Life is Strange, or, watched me play Life is Strange before all my videos got copy strikes and privated. If you've been watching any of those videos and have said to yourself, man, I really want to play this game, but I don't have the Casharooskies, and I'm not even really sure if I'll enjoy it. Guess what? The first episode of Life is Strange is now free forever. Not only that, it's completely optimized for Mac and Linux now. Full disclosure, the first time that I said that, I said Macs and Linux, and I thought that it was quite apt for the story. This actually really surprises me because normally a company wouldn't do this unless the game wasn't doing very well financially, right? It would be like, oh man, we really need to get more people to play the game, right? But overall, the game has done very well. A lot of people have bought it, a lot of people have played it, so I think that it's kind of cool that they were just like, hey man, our game has done really well. Here, take the first episode. If by the end of the first episode you're not like, what? And need to play more, then that's cool. That's our bad. That's like, we sucked at storytelling apparently. I don't know, I like gestures of goodwill like that. I feel like it can be one or the other, right? It can either be, oh my god, nobody's playing it. Please, just like, we need to do something to get people to play it. Versus, our game has done amazing. So here, let me give you part of it for free so that you can experience it. And if you want to give us money, cool. If not, you got to play the game. If you would like to play the first episode for free, I will link you in the description to where you can find that. I personally really like this game. I've played it all the way through once, and now I'm playing it all the way through again with Jesse. Like, that's how much I enjoyed it. So I would definitely recommend checking it out. I mean, it's free, man. If you are one of the many people who is so hyped about the Berserk anime and have found yourself a little bit let down, like it's a little lackluster, it's just like okay, then maybe you'll be excited about the Dynasty Warriors Berserk game. The working title right now is literally just Berserk, but the trailer looks awesome. Like being able to play Guts and wield Dragon Slayer is like the dream! As a person who really loves Dynasty Warriors games and finds them to be very satisfying, just like mowing down so many people, and watching this trailer is like, yes, I want that. I want to be Guts. I want to be in the world of Berserk. I want to go through the Golden Age arc and just mow down enemies. That sounds amazing. They're claiming that the story is going to be massive, which is really cool, and it's confirmed that it will definitely be coming here. In this game, players can experience and immerse themselves into the world of Berserk as the main character Guts, wielding his powerful weapon, Dragon Slayer, mercilessly slashing enemies in half, and through the massive story beginning with the Golden Age arc. The game content will be enjoyable even to those who don't normally play games, so we hope all fans of Berserk will give this game a go. Become a member of Guts and his group, and experience the exhilaration of the most lethal warriors game within the intense world of Berserk. So long story short, Omega Force is making a Berserk game, and it's gonna be sweet! Whether you were able to be in Vegas or not, a lot of you probably watched at least clips of EVO. Had some really good upsets, had some cool people to cheer for and root for that got the crowd really, really excited. A pretty funny moment, though, happened during Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Chris G was crowned as the champion of Marvel vs. Capcom 3 this year, and a dude who is being known as Shirtless Guy somehow got past everybody, hopped on the stage with his controller, and just started saying something to Chris G that everybody is saying that it was a challenge. So it's literally this dude, it was like a streaker. It was literally this dude who had nothing to do with EVO, who climbed on stage, shirtless, and was like, let's do this. Chris G looked so confused, I felt so bad for him. Now, I think there are two things that might have contributed to this, aside from just, you know, somebody being like, I want to be on the EVO stage. Number one, this is the first year that aspects of EVO have been on ESPN. So even before EVO started, a lot of people were saying, oh my god, people are gonna try silly things this year, right? We have stories about dudes who are going real hard in pools and like got naked and whatever, and moments like that. We expected a lot of moments like that, and actually didn't get too many of them. But Shirtless Dude, some of us are thinking, maybe Shirtless Dude was going, I could be on ESPN right now. This is my moment. The other thing that keeps coming to mind is that there have been whispers, storybooks, and songs about this being Marvel vs. Capcom 3's last year at EVO, in which case it would have been the final, like the last moment, really, literally the last moment of Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on EVO being broadcast ever. and a dude just hopped up there and was like, this is mine. Like, it's not! It's not your mummy. He had to be like carried off stage. So silly. So whether it was a legitimate challenge or a vie for attention or trying to steal a moment, I'm just so curious how it played out in your head versus how it happened in real life, sir. And as a final bit of news, the pre-expansion patch is now live for World of Warcraft Legion. And if your immediate response is, Legion is out? My pearls. It's not out yet. It comes out August 30th, I believe, but like the idea of a pre-patch is to start integrating big changes that are going to happen in the expansion game-wide. So think of it this way, like you rework so much of the game for the expansion, right? You rework the classes, some of the systems, and it's not like that can only launch for the expansion. That's the sort of thing that's added in as a patch to make it so that the whole game continues to be streamlined. So a pre-patch, the idea of it is to start rolling that stuff out. So if you've been playing the pre-patch, how are you feeling about it? Are there any changes that really bother you deep down inside? Or are you kind of like, yeah, this is the direction that I really wanted WoW to go in? Or like a year ago, did you swear you were never gonna touch World of Warcraft again and you're really angry that I even mentioned it? I see you. But anywho, that's been my show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a positive or a negative response, feel free to leave it in my comment section. And if you would like to watch my streams, you can find them at twitch.tv/dexteritybonus. I stream 5 days a week. I did a 12-hour stream last Wednesday, so you can totally go and check that out. I played I Am Setsuna for 12 hours, and it was actually really fun. I actually really enjoyed that game. So yeah. Maybe check those out. Maybe come for a stream in the next couple of days. I don't know. But generally, just have a great day. And I'll see you next weekend. Okay? Bye-bye. Mwah. What is that? What is that all about?